Welcome into Tips for Gamers. Today we're going to break down whether or not we believe that this was a targeting call against Marvin Harrison Jr. or not. Did the defender lead with his shoulder? Did he lead with his helmet? Did he lead with his forearm, hand, fist? Did he have an upward trajectory towards the neck or head? Did he stand flat and hit towards the head or neck area? Did he go for the ball at any moment in time? Was Marvin Harrison Jr. a defenseless wide receiver that needed to be protected? We're going to break down the NCAA rules. We're going to break down what they said in this clip. We're going to break down what we see. And we're also going to break down what everyone else is talking about when it comes to targeting. So we're on USA Today, and they did a bullet point of the NCAA rulebook on targeting. Now, although these are not all the indicators of targeting, here are some defined by the NCAA rulebook. First one is launch. A player leaving his feet to attack an opponent by an upward and forward thrust of the body to make forcible contact in the head or neck area. A crouch, followed by an upward and forward thrust to attack with forcible contact at the head or neck area, even though one or both of his feet are still on the ground. Next one is leading with the helmet, shoulder, forearm, fist, hand, or elbow to attack with forcible contact at the head or neck area. Now, this one is very important. So it's leading with the helmet, shoulder, forearm, fist, hand, or elbow. And a lot of people keep saying that, well, he led with his shoulder. Well, that's part of what you're looking for when it comes to targeting. Did he lead with the shoulder, and where did anything make contact? It just needs to be the helmet needs to make contact with the other guy's helmet. If your shoulder is towards the head or neck area and make slight contact with that, if it's even 1%, even 0.5%, even 0.25%, it is targeting. Okay, lowering with the head before attacking by initiating forcible contact with the crown of the helmet. Now, this is another thing people always think that it needs to be the crown of the helmet. No, that's just an indicator of what they're looking for. If they see the crown of the helmet, that's an obvious indicator. So I do agree with the first section that they said, which is defensive player. Article 14 of the NCAA rulebook, Section B, states it right here. A receiver attempting to catch a forward pass or in a position to receive a backward pass, or one who has completed a catch and has not had time to protect himself or has not clearly become a ball carrier. Okay, this is straight from the NCAA rulebook itself. I agree that he was a defenseless player. So really quick, let's break it down, and this should be very obvious, and we'll break it down for you guys and make it extremely easy for everyone to understand here. You can see the defender does not truly know where the ball is. He cannot tell you with 100% certainty where the ball is, so he's not going for the ball, he's going for the hit. He knows where the ball is going in the general vicinity. He sees a Ohio State wide receiver there. And once again, remove the teams. Think that maybe this was a Georgia wide receiver and an Ohio State defender. Okay, it's still targeting. This is 100% targeting. The defender is going towards the hit. His hips are facing the receiver. His shoulders are facing the receiver right there. He starts to go into upward thrust. As you see, his left foot is leaving the ground. Okay. Now, I think the rules analysis guy made a mistake. He said he didn't see the head spin back. Right here, you can obviously see the head spin back right there in his words. The head goes backwards. Obvious one here, too, is watch both the helmets collide. Very simple. You can see the Georgia guy's helmet starts to go backwards, and the Ohio State helmet starts to get affected. Right here, obviously, they're helmet to helmet. Pretty obvious. Very, very obvious. Boom. And if we can do this on YouTube, they should be able to do this on the replay. I mean, it's very ridiculous that they can't do this on the replay. But you can see head, boom, snaps back on both players. You see it happen. And you can see that he's in an upward thrust towards the head and neck area. I don't even understand how past this point here that it's not targeting, or people don't think it's targeting. I don't understand that at all. Another thing that I think is weird, and we're not medical professionals, nor will we ever pretend to be, is the fact that when you fall, you try to catch your fall. One of the biggest injuries in snowboarding is when you catch a toe side edge and you go to protect yourself from the ground. That's going at snowboard speed, very fast, okay? And you're trying to protect yourself from the ground. One of the biggest injuries in snowboarding is breaking your wrist. So if an average Joe can do that and protect himself from the ground, why is Marvin Harrison Jr. right at this moment in time not putting his hands out towards the ground after he knows he doesn't have the ball, and he's keeping his hands close to his body? Then he hits the ground, and then he hits his face. So I don't believe, especially from seeing the fact that his head made a connection with the other player's head and both heads went back, I don't see how this is not targeting. I think at this point in time, we're just arguing that, the sky's not blue. And it's ridiculous. We got to protect these players. I don't care if it was a Georgia wide receiver and a Ohio State defender. I don't care. We got to protect these players. And this was blatant targeting, and Georgia got rewarded one for this one. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. Let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Targeting, not targeting?